Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time you're watching this from. As we know, yesterday Meghan had updated concerning her dog Guy with a very touching tribute, remembering her precious rescue pup. And I did update on that. So if you want to watch, links will be in the cards and at the end screen. And we are here with more news as we are eagerly counting down to the new Netflix show from the Duchess of Sussex with Love, Meghan. It's days away and we have some news, so settle in. So we're starting off with Mindy Kaling, who defended Meghan against the unwarranted backlash over the Netflix show. She had some very, very sweet words about the Duchess. Mindy expressed her enthusiastic support for Meghan while sharing her excitement about appearing in the Duchess's upcoming Netflix show with Love, Meghan. Speaking during a red carpet interview at the 2025 Golden Globes on Sunday, January the 5th, Mindy reflected on her experience working with Meghan just days after the series trailer premiered. Describing her involvement in the project, she called it, quote, probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life, end quote. She also addressed the criticism Meghan often faces, emphasizing her friend's generosity and warmth. And she also went on to talk to Deadline, expounding more on her time with Meghan, saying, quote, I was on maternity leave after having my third child last year when Meghan texted me and said, hey, do you want to come be in my show and come out to Montecito and have me cook for you, end quote. And she was like, quote, yeah, that sounds perfect, end quote. And she didn't hold back when talking about Meghan's cooking skills in a very subtle countering of criticisms of her luxurious lifestyle, saying, quote, unsurprisingly, she kind of blew me out of the water, end quote. She said Meghan's recipes were really accessible, in quotes, even though Meghan has a flourishing garden and chickens. She went on to say, quote, she has a garden from scratch, which I would never do, and chickens, end quote, saying, quote, they would all die if I tried to take care of chickens, end quote, she joked. And she also talked about Harry's cooking skills, saying, quote, I heard he's actually a pretty good cook. He knows his way around a kitchen, end quote. And also on the red carpet, as Mindy Kaling interviewed by Variety, she spoke about being in the trailer and was asked, quote, tell me about shooting with Meghan. What did she cook for you? End quote. To which she replied, quote, she can do anything. We shot it a long time ago. We shot it about 10 months ago, end quote, and went on to say, quote, I think I was about 2 months postpartum, and we made, I don't want to give away too much, but we did, I think, a tea party for kids, end quote, and went on to be so effusive about her time with Meghan, saying, quote, she is just such a thoughtful, creative person with stuff at the home, and she has a garden. She legitimately gardens. So I don't know, it was really fun for someone like me, end quote. And she was asked by the host, what do you say about the backlash that she gets, which I don't understand where it comes from, end quote. And she replied to that saying, it feels so unnecessary, in quotes. And she shrugged her shoulders in agreement because yes, it is so unwarranted for sure. She went on to say that it was pretty amazing to hang out with Meghan. A little bit of a scoop there from Mindy. So yes, she did talk about them having a tea party for kids, and that is so sweet. I cannot wait for that episode. I think it's going to be so adorable to see how Meghan puts that together. And I think this is the clip where Meghan is walking into this colorful setting. It's surrounded by balloons and flowers, and it just looks so picturesque. So this is what it was all about. Cannot wait. So yes, that was a scoop there. I don't know if Mindy actually knew she was doing that, but she has given us a bit more information about the show, which of course everyone is so eager for. And we're gonna segue into the next story as more people are standing up for Meghan and defending her against the unwarranted hatred of the show. And we have an article here where Meghan's friend has defended her in a post. So US chef Adrien Lipscomb blasted critics for slamming Meghan's new show. He shared a screenshot of an article headlined, quote, I'm already bored by Meghan Markle's new Netflix cooking series, end quote. In the caption, Lipscomb tagged Eater, the outlet that wrote the article, and said, quote, I get it. Sensationalism gets clicks, but shame on you. I'm really trying to be nicer in 2025, but this isn't it, end quote. Went on to say, quote, "How are you going to criticize someone or judge a TV show before it has even aired? Eater, there was a time we looked to you for thoughtful reporting, a pulse on food trends, and some real insight into the food world. But now this feels like a step down," end quote. So I won't go into what the article said because I don't want to give it, more limelight than it actually needs. It was just unwarranted. Once again, that criticism of Meghan's show and people trying to talk about whether it was relatable or not. And I don't think that's the point of the show. And once again, even as Lipscomb said, this felt like a clickbait article just to get those hate clicks. And Lipscomb went on to add concerning Meghan, saying, quote, "I've had the pleasure of meeting Meghan over food, and let me tell you, she and her well-known significant other are some of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. We talked about our families, mostly about our daughters being in their princess phase and the movies they love, and of course about food. She didn't rush the conversation, even though I was taking up her time," end quote. Also described Meghan as, quote, "gracious, engaged, and kind," end quote. Quote, "What frustrates me most about this piece is how easily it falls in line with the tabloid noise surrounding her. Instead of offering a professional critique, interviewing her, or asking thoughtful questions, you've chosen to sensationalize for clicks. That's not the journalism or standard many of us want from you," end quote. So, yeah. Once again, more people speaking up in love and support for Meghan. And, your voices do make a difference. I've said this time and time again. One of you or 10 of you, if we all get together and counter the hate, it's just such a powerful force. Yes, of course, people can have their opinions, but when we know it's just bullying and it's people trying to get engagement off of her, farming for engagement, farming for followers by hate, and they know fully well that if it was done to them, they would be just so upset. Why do it to Meghan then? I say something, if you don't like someone's projects, if you don't support someone, then you know what to do. Don't watch them, don't amplify them. So what we've seen goes against that. Because if people do not like something, they tend just to, not focus on it. So why focus on something that they don't like? Of course, we know it is for the clicks. People have pointed it out before. People have made millions off of the hate train on the Duchess of Sussex. So that was amazing from Adrien, sharing that about Meghan and talking about the press treating her better. Treat her like a person, a human being. At the end of the day, Meghan, whether she's a princess or a duchess, at the core of this, she is a human who we're dealing with here. And she's also shared a picture of her and Meghan here, side by side. They seem to be hugging each other at a venue, side by side. Meghan is smiling, all smiles. They seem to be very close, just by what we can pick up off of this imagery. And it's just cool to see that Meghan has these friends who are willing to just stand up for her and call out the nonsense we've been seeing in the press on social media. She's just such a cool friend to Meghan, and once again pointing out that they talk about their children and Princess Lili being in her princess era. Oh my, how sweet that is, knowing of course she will always be a princess. It's just the sweetest thing. So they're Meghan's friends once again standing up for her. Thank you, Adrien, for sharing that. Just once again using her voice to show support. So I'm sure Meghan is so moved by this, especially in the time that she has been going through with her family, with her beagle guy passing. I'm sure this is just something that Meghan will reflect upon, knowing that she has friends who are speaking up for her. It's just those moments where I know she will not forget those who spoke up for her, her friends, and of course you online, just lending your voices of support and saying, hey, that's not cool. That behavior, the jealousy, the attitude towards Meghan cooking and showing off lifestyle skills it's uncalled for, and your voices matter as well. So we're gonna be there. I want to know, for those of you who will be looking forward to watching the show with Love Meghan, which will be dropping on January the 15th, 2025. So share thoughts on this update in the comments section below. What particular facet of the show excites you the most? Is it just learning about Meghan's cooking skills, or is it the decorating aspect of the show that has you totally intrigued? Let me know what your perspective is in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Anna Thorne, who has been such a tremendous boost and encouragement to me on this YouTube journey as well. Thank you for the love. Thank you for just being a part of this channel. I truly do love and appreciate you. You mean so much to me. Thank you. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave through PayPal. I would like to thank you, Martha Jones, who has been supporting this channel through PayPal. You mean so much to me. Your presence here as a part of this channel is such a present, not only to me, but to this channel. Thank you for always being such an encouragement every month. I appreciate you. You are sweet and kind. Thank you. Again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. To those of you who like, comment, and share, thank you. Once again, if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on Twitter or X. I'd love to see you there for more informal posts. Have a great day, keep it here for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.